On the whole, it's been a pretty slow year for movies. I mean, we had a couple good ones. We had A Quiet Place, which will probably be my movie of the year. We had Black Panther. I like Deadpool 2 a lot. So we had some good movies, but there was just a lot of really bad stuff this year as well. I don't really think there's anything. Oh, yes, we had Unsane too. But there's not really anything I can say I was looking forward to for the rest of the year. The next big movie that I'm kind of psyched for would be Glass, which I think is coming out early next year, which looks like it's going to be incredible. It looks like a really good movie. So I had wanted to see a movie. It was August. There was nothing out. It was either watch this or watch Black Klansman. I saw Slenderman and it was truly horrible beyond all imagination. I actually forgot I had watched it until then. So literally there's like nothing out at the moment. But I saw a trailer for Searching. I'm like, it kind of looks like Unfriended 1. I actually kind of liked Unfriended 1. I didn't think it was a bad movie by any means. Unfriended 2 was atrociously bad. I didn't even do a review of it. It was so bad. Maybe I'll do like a top 10 worst films of the year and I'll talk about Unfriended 2 because that movie was truly horrific beyond all mention. But yeah, so I saw a trailer from this. It didn't look bad. It was kind of interesting. This is kind of the new shtick Hollywood's doing, where it's just the entire film is literally just a guy on a computer. I guess you could say it's found footage because everything is from the perspective of a camera. It's not filmed from the person's perspective. It's either being recorded on a phone or a laptop, etc. So, Unfriended deals with the disappearance of the main character, David Kim. I'm just going to call him John Cho because that's who it is. So, John Cho's daughter, Margot, goes missing. He had a wife, but she died of cancer. So, he's living alone with his daughter, and he has a lot of trouble dealing with his grief. So, in his grief, he turns to just kind of ignoring her. They never talk about their mother, etc. And his daughter grows kind of more and more distant from him and spends more and more time on social media. Now he thinks that she is taking piano lessons and that she wants to go to university for music and that she has all these friends at school. But one day she goes out to a study group and doesn't come home, and people aren't sure what happened to her. It's like it's the big mystery that Scooby Doo couldn't solve. So Margot has disappeared, and it's up to John Cho to try to find her. So the whole movie is pretty much him looking through her laptop, trying to uncover like what the hell's going on, what happened to his daughter, what was she really like, etc. He very early on gets assigned to a detective who seems to be very eager to help him, etc. The case becomes very high profile, etc. I think a couple of people blame him for the death. There's somebody he like goes and beats up because the guy was messaging her on Facebook. So it's kind of, I think, actually well done. It really does grasp kind of the mercurial nature of modern social media. Just how we wear a lot of different faces, we wear a lot of different masks, etc. So I don't think it does a bad job of treating its subject matter. It also legitimately, I kind of guessed, I think about 2/3 of the way through what was happening, but it did throw a lot of curveballs. It was kind of a very logical progression of events, him going from one account to another, etc., trying to figure out what was going on. And as you go through all these things happen, she hadn't been taking piano lessons. She had all this money she had taken. There was some guy she was talking to. Did she run away? Did she not run away? Why did she disappear? Etc. And kind of as it goes along, the main character, John Cho, kind of comes to the conclusion that he didn't know his daughter, that she was like a drug addict or something, and she was going away. And like there's a part where he thinks his brother was molesting her and all that kind of stuff. And I won't spoil the ending or anything, but the ending I thought was legitimately pretty good. And the film as a whole, I liked. I think as far as found footage movies about social media goes, which I know is a very specific category, but if that's the kind of thing you're looking for, then I think this movie did a really good job of it. I think it took the audience at least somewhat seriously. The characters aren't completely unrelatable, and I don't know. I just think it was an overall not a bad film. And sometimes you just need to put some content out there. Sometimes you just need to release some movies. And as far as kind of like just stuff that people have put out this year, this one's not bad. So if you're kind of in the mood for a thriller film, that's pretty decent. I'd probably recommend this movie. So short reactionary review this time. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.